Welcome to the Eastgate Podcast. This is
Let's Talk About It
with Lawana, Schrieffer, and Nate Prepelka. We dive into tough questions, real-life challenges, and what it means to walk with Christ. In this episode, we talk about purpose. Good morning.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So, at a certain point in my life, I got to this point where I was like, what is my purpose here on earth as a human? And definitely like as a Christian, like what is my purpose in all of this?
I think that's a common question that hits people at different points in their life, where they're like, why am I here? What's the point of me being a part of this world? And I think it's important to try to answer that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's answer it.
Let's go for it.
As far as like, yeah,
Did you come up with the answer?
Okay. So let me start with this. So I feel like that question spurred from in my life feeling like I needed to have a purpose. That, and my purpose was to, have a job, become successful, make money, have a house and family and all that stuff.
The checklist. Right.
Yeah. A checklist. And so, And then even when I would check those things off of my checklist, like I didn't feel like my purpose was being fulfilled.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. I think that's where that question came from for me was, doing those things that I felt like was supposed to be my purpose, and then not feeling my purpose fulfilled.
Yeah, it didn't give you the result or the outcome you thought it would to be able to see your checklist getting crossed out and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting because you're in your 20s, but I had a woman in my coffee talk group ask me what her purpose was, and she's 78. And so It's a question that haunts us. Haunt might be a strong word, but it's a question that all of us face at some point, maybe multiple times in our life, not just in the younger years, but as we get older, and all those things have either been accomplished or out of reach. The house, the education, the children, the marriage, all those things that started on your checklist when you're in your 20s, by the time you're 70s, you've probably done those things. So then what? So what is your purpose now in this era of your life? And one of the things that I think that I want to put out there is that our purpose isn't what we do. Our purpose is who we are. When our purpose is based on what we do, that can be changed at any given time. The job that you have can be lost. It can be that company could close down, or your business can go belly up. And so then your purpose, what is your purpose if you've lost the thing? The marriage could end in a divorce, or it could end in a health crisis, or it could end in, betrayal. So what do you do when that thing ends? And so when we have a purpose outside of ourselves, we have no control of keeping it or growing it. It is up to other people. So one of the things I think I told her was that I think our purpose stays the same from birth to death, and it is to know and love God and know and love people. And that means that if you don't have a body that can walk or talk or get out, you can still have a purpose. Because I see this guy on Instagram that I love who did a post the other day. He's in a wheelchair. He's got contractions in his hands and his feet. His whole body is too small. I don't know what his diagnosis is, but he said, I have never been able to feed myself or take myself to the bathroom. I do not contribute in any physical way to other people. I've always been a burden. He says, I've always been a burden for other people. And he has this platform where he talks about how he wouldn't even want a different body because of the way God has met him in the body he's in. So if we think purpose is only what we're contributing, what we're producing, and what we're doing, then we miss out on the true purpose that we have here.
I love that you said that. Our purpose isn't what we do, but who we are. I feel like at some point I stopped worrying so much about what I do. I still do, but just worrying about it a little less. And I don't feel like, especially in the past few years, like I know who I am in Christ. And I feel like I haven't had questions about my purpose.
Yeah.
As much.
Right. Yeah. I feel, and I feel like it can make people go on this quest where they think once they get the purpose, then they will actually check off all the success metrics. And then when it doesn't work out that way, they're lost. They're still back where they were, probably worse off than when they first started, because they feel like they failed at finding their purpose. Like, so maybe I don't have a purpose. Like, it can just send you down a crazy rabbit hole. But when you realize, like, we really were created to worship God and to be in fellowship and family with Him, then your purpose can be from a hospital bed. It could be from a wheelchair. It could be walking with your neighbors. It could be something very small, like telling someone you are so excited to see them today, to buying a house. Like, it's not any kind of metric that can be taken away from you.
Yeah. I think too, like, when our purpose is to like achieve a goal, once you achieve that goal, then what's your purpose?
Then what?
Yeah. So it's like a fleeting thing, but so if your purpose is to be in relationship with God, that's an ongoing thing. That's not going to stop.
Yeah. And it spills out to people.
Yeah.
I think it's such a, you do get satisfaction. That is a purpose that you can attain satisfaction from. You can get contentment out of, because it's alive and flowing, and it's, it's not transactional, but there's like what God gives to you, you can give out to others. And so you're always the room you show up in, you have a purpose for being in that room, loving on those people in that room, listening to them, seeing them, hearing them. And it's about what you can do. And it's not about always being able to contribute. And it's not about having the biggest house or the most money. It's about having the most surrendered heart to love other people, which, Nate knows this, because I talk about this all the time. It's like how Jesus says, don't worry about all the commandments. All it is like love God and love people. And I'm like, those are the hardest ones, So if our purpose is to like abide with Christ and love people, I just think it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can still have the other things, but you're not chasing them, and you're not measuring yourself by them. Right.
And you're not, finding your identity in those things.
Or comparing yourself to other people who have more things than you do. You don't have to worry about other people so much.
Right. Yeah, I think in the past few years, I've just like, with growing in my relationship with God and thinking about my purpose now, that I don't feel like there's like, I don't know how to describe this, that like, there's any like achievements that I have to achieve. Mm-hmm. I've been like learning and accepting that like what I have is enough, and I can find contentment in what I have, and I can find joy in it. Mm-hmm. Especially if like I'm seeking the Lord and what I do have. Yeah,
I like that. But I also want to say, I can tend to be too black and white, like this or that. I also want to say that God does give us gifts, and He gives us what's the other word besides gifts? Gifts and talents, and that He has gifted us with, that can be the vehicle for how we love people, right? So it's like, it's not like all of us love people the same, right? In the same way, but we've gotten gifts and talents. Like, maybe can sing, maybe you're a administrator, maybe you are a person who really loves organizing, or you like to help take care of babies. Those are different gifts and talents that your purpose is given to the world through. But it's not like you have to search for a purpose outside of yourself.
Right. I like that we all have different gifts and talents. I was just thinking of, like we are the body of Christ.
Yeah.
But we're not all Christ's foot.
Right.
Right. We're the body. We have different parts. We
Yeah.
have different functions.
Yeah.
And we all work together.
Yeah. I feel like for a long time I thought that there was something outside of me that I was supposed to look to for purpose and identity. And I did a post recently. It was like, a fish knows it's a fish. It knows it can swim. It's not trying to walk like a bird. And because when you're looking at, I like what the bird is doing. I like how the bird does it. And it's like, but you weren't created to fly or be in a nest. When you look at yourself and recognize that you are in an image of Christ, and the gifts and talents and the things you have are on purpose, and that when you live in who you are, oh my gosh, you're just like so aligned, and swimming is easy for a fish. So swimming is great, and walking is hard for a fish, but you don't have to worry about that because you weren't called to be a bird.
Yeah. Do you know the Very Hungry Caterpillar book?
Kinda.
Eric Carlson. He has another one called The Mixed Up Chameleon. We've been reading these a lot. My son absolutely loves them. And they have like the illustrated video reading.
Yeah.
He loves watching those. He loves The Quiet Cricket. But The Mixed Up Chameleon is this chameleon. He's looking at different animals and their different characteristics. And it's like, yeah, I want that. And then so like magically he has like a part of that animal, like maybe a wing or a foot or a bill or something like that. And then at the end of the book, there's like a fly flying in front of his face. He's like, oh, I'm hungry. I want to eat that. But he can't because he's a conglomerate of all these different animal parts. And then finally, he goes back to himself as a chameleon and he can have that. But yeah, it's like that's just what you said just reminded me of that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when you settle and are satisfied in who you are, then your life works so much better than when you're trying to be all the other parts.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Okay, I told Nate this is my favorite quote by Dr. Seuss. It says, "Today you are you. That is truer than true. There's no one alive who is youer than you." And I really want you guys to think about that. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. There's just one of us. There's never been another you. There's never been someone who is quite like you. They could be similar. They could look alike, but they're not you. They've never been you. And God has created you for a purpose, and that is to bring your gifts and talents into the world and show them the love of Christ. And that never changes from 2 to 92. It's the same purpose.
Right. That's really good. Yeah, it was a little bit short, but
I like it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I will say, like Nate and I was talking about this a little bit. It's like it changes the metric from which you decide what success is.
Right.
So if we don't have the checklist that everybody has, like somebody invented this checklist that we don't know, and we don't even know if they had the checklist. It's just been handed down. If you change your metric for what success is, if it's more like, I know I'm authentic to myself and not, I know I love people the best that I can, then you could be successful every dang day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. You know that you're a follower of Christ, you're his child, and he loves you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good measure of success.
Yeah. Because it's achieved.
Not too much of your own effort, right?
Yeah.
You just like willingly receive the love and you willingly acknowledge your.
Wow. Yeah. That's that can be a hard thing too. Is receiving in that way.
Yeah.
It's not something that I've done. It's something that Christ has done.
Yeah.
And I just need to receive it.
Just receive it.
Yeah.
You're youer than you.
I like that quote. That's good.
I'm good. Are you good?
Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye. We would love for you to be a part of the conversation. If you have anything you would like to add or share, you can leave us a comment or email at egcfpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening.